What a beautiful day to be on the internet. Whenever you see someone that DSP looks up as an idol completely decimate him in both an interview as well as reacting to his content, you know you're in for one hell of a ride. The whole thing with Craig and how he monetized the haters was just a beautiful example of how if you don't provide receipts of what you're claiming, you're going to get decimated with someone that actually has their receipts. Essentially, case in point, fuck around and find out. But later on, Phil proceeded as normal on his normal streams, you know, podcasts and all that. And then he decided to talk about something very, very peculiar. He started going off on theories about a troll Discord, which I don't understand why he would say that.
So where to begin today?
I don't know. Where are we going to begin today? Because it never starts off really good with you, but it provides us with some gold and some shit nuggets.
We have a lot to talk about, all right? Just a quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, so far this week has gone really well.
Huh. I wonder why. It couldn't be a certain individual or anything, could it, Philip?
When it comes to progress in all the games I'm playing, chill vibes on the streams, keeping drama out of the streams. Yes, there have been a couple attempts of idiots to try to come in here and derail stuff, and I have handled it.
Yeah, you haven't handled it, Phil. Because every single time someone asks you something and it's clearly bait, it's fucking going off on the rails about drama. So you essentially derail your own fucking stream with drama. I love how he's like, oh, all these other people are derailing my content with drama, but not I. I would never do such a thing. And then all of a sudden he talks about drama. What? You have taken that out of context. Banned.
We don't want any bullshit from the outside of this stream coming in. This is a place where we're supposed to focus on positivity and fun with gaming and a good social interaction. I don't care about any of the nonsense, white noise of idiots from outside of here doing stuff. I don't even want to know about it, you know?
Correction, anytime someone gives you money, that's considered positive. All the streams that you have done have never been really positive. It's mostly just negative, constantly begging for money, but then someone going, hey Philip, you need to stop begging. I'm not begging. What are you talking about? Oh, what's this? A whale just opened up their wallets and all of it's flying at me? Oh, thank you, Jinx.
Last night we had direct derailment. People trying to come in and derail my shit. I said, shut up. We don't.
Yeah, I remember. It was Ronnie Blaze, which I was informed was one of the Dutch brothers, complaining and criticizing you, and you immediately fucking went against him. Like, really? Someone that actually is a big contributor to your fucking content, and you're just shitting on the dude? Something tells me you're going to lose a lot more people than I thought.
I don't care. And I continued on, and we made great progress in the Oblivion Shivering Isles DLC because I was able to stop that and not get derailed. So that.
Yeah, but also you were currently fucking bored with it, which kind of proved Ronnie Blaze's point, is that you're very bored with games, and you have no love for them.
That was a good thing, and now we're almost done with the DLC, so.
I'm almost done with this bore fest of a DLC. I want to go back to the main game, please.
Anyway, let's keep that going. And in addition to that, obviously, I should bring up the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, we have had 8 straight streams this week. That is 8 straight streams.
Yep, a vest streak, guys. Woo! Oh, wait, you brought it up, man.
Where we have hit all of my support goals. That is...
Thanks, Jinx.
...is unprecedented. I don't think we've done that since 2020 and the vest streak. Like, whoa. 8 straight freaking streams. That's nuts, okay? And obviously I want to say thank you to anyone who has hung out, engaged, participated, supported in any way in this streaming week. Obviously this was not something that I was expecting, nor is it something that I'm expecting to continue forever.
Honestly, I knew that you were expecting money because anytime you go on a break, it takes you a little longer than anticipated because you're reaching out to these whales and asking for money. So that's one theory that a lot of people have, which most people are inclined to believe. But on the other hand, it could be one person, and he says that it's not him. It's not this Jinx character. Oh, it's not him, even though it's clearly him, just with sock accounts.
And at any moment it can end, and that's fine. But it's cool that we're keeping this momentum going. But as you know, I've learned from my mistakes 3 years ago when we first had a streak like this. I made the streams a lot about that. We had a vest streak counter down there. We're not doing any of that.
Well, then again, Phil, you clearly have not learned from that because before you were making all your fucking tips goals, you would still constantly beg for money. That's all that fucking was all a big ploy for you to make money. Sure, you don't have that stupid vest streak goal or counter on the bottom, but at the same time though, you still have not learned. Now you're trying to tell people if they bring up the vest, they're immediately banned. You could talk about the vest, fine, because it's quote-unquote your business, but if someone is actually excited and wants the vest, oh, they're gone? So much for the vest being a symbol of hope and the positivity against the detractors.
Because sadly, when this happens and it becomes all about that, that's literally derailing of all the content of the stream.
If you bring it up, it's not derailment?
I mean it. Like, what ends up happening is everyone just wants to focus on that and doesn't care about the content of the stream. And that's not what the stream is about. It's not.
It's all about me getting the Benjamins, baby.
If this stream right now I'm doing right now ended up being really slow, that's fine. It's okay. Had a great week so far.
So let me get this straight. You will drop Tears of the Kingdom if you did not hit that support. This is the why you getting wailed out is one of the worst things that you can use on your channel. Because if that's what you're expecting every single fucking time you play a video game or just do anything with your channel, chances are you're not going to last very long. You're going to be dropping projects left and fucking right whenever this, Jinx, or, excuse me, OIC show doesn't show up, then the games are boring. And you seem to think that.
It's not the end of the world. The sky isn't falling. And it's not about that. It's not. It's about making fun content, meaningful content for an audience that appreciates the content I put out for them.
Honestly, you're ruining the words meaningful and fun and positivity. These words, whenever it comes out of your mouth, loses all meaning, because we all know that it's the complete opposite.
It's not about making a ton of money every stream. It's ridiculous. Now, if it gets that level of support, I mean, that's outstanding, and I'm incredibly grateful. So thank you to everyone who has been keeping this up.
If you're incredibly grateful, then stop fucking begging for it every single motherfucking time, because that's what you do. Every time you hit that goal, you can make $400 to $500 fucking dollars one night, but it's not enough. You come back and you do the same thing over and over and over and over again by asking for more money every single time. You keep bringing it up. This is the reason why you're considered a lolcow, Phil. You make money, you claim to be grateful about it, but all of a sudden, you need more. Is Hulk Hogan not sucking you off hard enough?
And it's funny because, some people have been saying that, it's all one person. But the funny part is, yesterday we actually hit all of my support goals on the first stream before that particular person even contributed at all or showed up to the stream.
So what are these, Phil? Jinx, Jinx, Jinx. And also, another thing that people have pointed out, Anonymous showed up and tipped you $75. So that's not him either. It's been proven that this guy that tips you, which was only iced coffee, fucking gives you money with sock accounts every single time to protect his identity. But not only that, you told him to do so. You told him to make these sock accounts with different names so that people can get thrown off the trail. We know what it is, Phil. We can see right through your bullshit.
They showed up later and it was like, whoa, we already hit all the goals. So this is awesome. And, this kind of momentum is...
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm making money. Ha, fuck you, detractors. I can make more money than you. Oh, wait, what's this? My tip cup fell over. Oh, no.
It's good. And here's why. We're about to head into a really epic month. I feel like the month of June is going to be very good. Why? Street Fighter 6.
Which he's going to complain about.
Diablo 4.
Which he's going to drop.
All the new game events and releases all coming out at once. You're going to have things like Summer Game Fest.
Which he's going to get bored of.
The Microsoft press conference. With
Steve said answer when I said about the Summer Game Fest.
The Starfield event. There's going to
same thing.
be a Sony event.
Same thing as before.
It's probably going to be Nintendo and all.
Probably going to be Nintendo. I love how he's like, oh, there's going to be this, and... Well, probably Nintendo. Who cares? Phil, we get it. You hate fucking Nintendo. Just put that out there on the internet, please.
All these games are going to start releasing all their information, and then later on in the month, it's Final Fantasy 16. So there's a lot of huge high-profile things happening in June.
Yeah, huge, like, high-profile things that you're going to cover and get incredibly bored with it.
Engagement, and again, this week's support has been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, because of, again, one guy.
So you keep that momentum going, heading into June, that's great. Now, again, not the end of the world if we don't.
Yeah, but it will be for you, though, because as soon as Jinx magically disappears and fucks off somewhere else, immediately you're going to be complaining, well, guys, it's a slow stream again. I really wish I had that support. And then you just hold up a picture of Jinx, and you're like, come back, baby, I miss you. Fuck.
But I just want to take the time out to say thank you. You guys have been amazing this week. You absolutely have been. And this is in every regard, too. Even though I say, oh, we're hitting our support goals, and obviously that's mentioning like a tip level. We had a tremendous amount of memberships, gifted memberships, and even super chats are up this week.
Thanks, Jinx.
Like, everything is up this week for some odd reason. I don't know what prompted it, because I didn't do anything different. But I'm definitely happy and grateful for it. So
no, you're not, because you constantly ask for more.
So if I see people coming in here, okay, and if I see people basically doing things such as completely talking only about that, or even going after and harassing people in the chat who have been supporters this week, I'm not putting up with that.
He's talking about the side scrollers thing with fucking Craig, how he went off on Phil while providing receipts. But at the same time, oh, people bring it up, they're banned. Phil, we get it. You're a little pussy that's afraid of confrontation. You're afraid of being called out. And just because you're not going to talk about drama doesn't mean that people aren't going to stop talking about it. We get it. You don't want to talk about it because you cannot come with a response. You cannot come out with a retaliation or a counterattack. Craig has got you into a corner. Just take the L and move on.
It's not allowed. If I see people bothering people and stuff, it's not going to be allowed. Already, you got to understand these idiots on the internet.
Yeah, these idiots on the internet. Hi, Phil.
Make up the biggest stuff. So far, here's what I've heard.
Okay, Phil, what have you heard from people that look into this stuff? What are they going to tell you? What lies are they going to tell you that you're going to believe immediately?
You ready? This is a secret plot by all of my detractors. It's all a setup. The entire week of support is a complete setup. It's all fake support.
I'm sorry. What? When the fuck have I ever contributed to your fucking stream? When the fuck have I ever looked at my bank statement and saw that I gave you money? When? I really want to know, who the fuck would give you money? Out of anyone in the detractor community, who would give you money? Like, really? And you're the one that goes off and off about how we're making conspiracy theories about you, but in reality, you're the one that's making conspiracy theories about detractors, about Keemstar, about Stuttering Craig. You're the one that's making all these fucking theories up, not us.
Really, it's all fake. It's an evil plan, get this, between Secret Limited, Keemstar, and others. They're all plotting behind the scenes to give me good support this week and then pull the rug out from under me afterward.
Honestly, the whole thing that I heard, and this is one of the things where I don't believe it's a thing, is that Keemstar is the one that's using a fake name or got somebody to give you money, which honestly, I really don't believe, because Keemstar had tried with you and failed, and that he's moving on. Now he's on to better pastures now.
It's all because they're making an in-depth documentary, and they're talking about it every night on Discord. They have this secret Discord group that the detractors are talking on Discord about plotting my downfall and all of this stuff. It's just hilarious. This shit.
Wow, what an interesting conspiracy theory, Phil. Are you going to talk to us about Pepe Sylvia next?
And the sad fact is, to some extent, you have to believe some of this is probably true. I'm not saying the specifics of people plotting and stuff. I'm just saying there's people who probably actually do this kind of like talking about this shit behind the scenes, and they believe this nonsense.
Phil, I'm going to be brutally fucking honest with you. None of this is fucking real. You just got deluded, so fucking deluded with the whole thing that, oh, the detractors are plotting to get me. They're talking with Keemstar. They're going to make a documentary about the downfall of DSP. Phil, shut the fuck up. We do not give a shit about any of that. When we have our own Discords, we're talking about video games. We're talking about other things. We're not talking about how we're going to pull the rug underneath you when you're standing high and mighty. Fuck that. It's a complete waste of fucking time. But you seem to think that we're making these conspiracies about you. Wow. So fucking deluded.
They're nuts. They're fucking nuts. That's how crazy these people are.
No, Phil. You're the one that's sounding crazy with all these conspiracy theories.
But to me, I just kind of laugh, and like, whatever. You laugh with it. You're like, dude. And here's the good news. It has nothing to do with my streams.
Uh-huh. So why bring it up in the first place? Oh, right. Because it's drama. You're only allowed to talk about drama, but no one else is.
Today, we're going to have a great time.
No, we're not. You're not going to have a great time. Nobody is.
Play games. We're going to have fun interactions. We're going to, you know, make progress, have a good time together, and that's what it is all about. It's not about any of the white noise from the outside of the stream. It's funny because people who come here and just chill with me every day have a great time.
Again, if it's fucking white noise, why are you bringing it up into the foreground? Because white noise is in the background. You shouldn't even listen to it, but you can hear it. It's affecting you. We detractors are calling out inside of your brain, and you're feeling all the shame here. You're feeling ashamed of yourself, so you're going to try to project that onto other people and try to make up conspiracy theories just to make yourself seem intelligent. That's all it is. Honestly, it's just so stupid.
All the bullshit and drama and nonsense comes from people outside of this stream trying to ride the coattails of what I do on YouTube.
Bullshit.
And I don't care about them. I don't need to hear about this person's doing this, restreaming this, saying this. Nobody cares.
If you don't give a shit about it, why are you getting riled up about it? That's the one thing I always keep saying. For someone that says they don't want to talk about drama and detractors, you always seem to bring it the fuck up out of nowhere. It's clear as fucking day that we're just a tumor in your head that just throbs inside your head. And as soon as you don't talk about us, oh, it throbs even more. But if you do, the throbbing stops. And the pain subsides. Until the very next day when you decide to talk about detractors again.
It has nothing to do with me. I'm ignoring it all. Because that's the best course of action at this point.
It's clear as day that you're not avoiding us.
Like I said, earlier this year I realized pretty much no one on YouTube is interested in giving anyone a fair shake or you know, exposing any kind of truth. What they're into is stirring up drama for personal gain.
Again, Phil, we've all given you a fair shake. And to quote Craig, people have given you golden fucking tickets to, like, prove to us that you're not this person, that you are different, but you're just spitting in their faces. Really. This is just really pathetic of you.
So, I'm not going to be involving myself with any people. We've got, trust me, this month, we've got to really focus on...
Oh, yeah, he won't talk about it, but tune in tomorrow on Pig Roach Z, where he talks more about the detractors. So while Phil keeps making conspiracy theories about detractors, saying that Keemstar is involved with this somehow, which honestly is pretty pathetic of him to say, and also hilarious, he actually went on to talk about the adpocalypse. He seemed to believe that he was one of the main reasons why the adpocalypse happened because he kept swearing too much, which honestly, it's complete fucking bullshit. If you want more about the whole thing about adpocalypse or anything about YouTube, like censoring things or demonetizing people, Critical made a video about it already, which is an amazing watch. But throughout that entirety of the adpocalypse rant, he decided to go and talk about why he can't monetize shorts. You know, because beggars gotta beg, I guess.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Hey, it's my favorite show.
Snort, snort, snort. Hogan. Drip. Snort, snort. I got the drip.
Big ups to Snort Hogan and also Meerkat for making such a banger.
Now, where this really affects me
oh god, he sounds like a demon. Ah!
recently is YouTube Shorts. Because YouTube Shorts, alright, at most are allowed to be a minute long.
Yeah, no shit. They're just like TikToks and Vines. Yeah, we know this, Phil. Please tell us why you're upset.
Now, I want you to think about this criteria. YouTube is saying within the first few minutes of any video, you can't swear.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that he used this bullshit thing about how he's talking about, oh, YouTube Shorts. Oh, if you curse within YouTube Shorts, they'll be demonetized. No, Phil, they're talking about if you swear within the first 7 seconds of a video, maybe the first 15, then it gets fucking demonetized. But what you fail to realize is that other people have already talked about this way earlier than you, and they've done it so much better.
If you swear within the first few minutes of any video you upload, instant demonetization.
False information. It's within a few seconds, not minutes.
Okay? But wait a minute. YouTube Shorts are only a minute long. So if I swear in a YouTube short, that's definitely within the first few minutes of the video. There's only a minute of the video.
I swear that this must be a fucking act, because no one this fucking stupid should sit in front of a camera and proclaim such false information, saying that, oh, YouTube Shorts could take up, oh, they're just a minute, so I could just immediately get demonetized. Like, Phil, do fucking research, please.
So guess what? This blanket thing that should really only be applied to long form content is applied to YouTube Shorts.
Again, it is. Yeah, within a few seconds. God, how many times have I had to repeat myself?
So if you're making a YouTube short and you swear in it, you are immediately demonetized. And on top of that, when you get demonetized, you also get kicked out of the algorithm. So a YouTube short that may be a great piece of work that's entertaining, but it has shit in it, literally will never get seen by the masses on YouTube.
Actually, that's a false information yet again. You can say those words, but you have to minimize it or censor it somehow. You could still do it, Phil. The problem is that you don't want to put any time and fucking effort into making it or doing any changes to it.
It immediately just, you might as well not have made it unless you only care about your hardcore audience seeing it.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, Phil. Who's really watching your shorts though? Who's watching your content? The people that you're curated for? No, they really don't care about it. All they want is fucking, oh, what's Phil gonna do next? What's Phil gonna do next? When's the vest gonna happen? Oh, let's throw money at you. But all the rest of them are just detractors, Phil. You know, the ones that are actually giving the attention to you, and also, they're actually giving you more viewership.
In the case of making a YouTube short, you're probably doing it to try to get your channel to get exposure.
I mean, that is correct. That's why a lot of people make, like, TikToks and YouTube shorts. That's the reason why.
Right? Your core audience already knows about the content you're putting out. When you're doing a YouTube short, you're trying to do a small, digestible clip of something that maybe someone who doesn't know who you are would eventually see in the algorithm and say, oh, that's interesting. I like that. I'll go check out the channel.
Yeah, but that's the problem with it, Phil. Whenever you did them in the past, all it was you holding up the stupid camera to your fucking face going, hey guys, I just beat this game, and oh my god, I really fucking like it. You gotta go check it out. It's so good. But then when they watch your content, it's the opposite. Now it's just you're trying to like say, haha, look at funny moment in this game of Final Fantasy V. I don't know why I went all cockney.
But if you're immediately getting demonetized and essentially kicked out of any search algorithm because you swore in a short, you might as well have never made the short.
I disagree with that entirely. It's not because of the algorithm. It's not because you swore in a video and you get demonetized. The reason why people can get off the algorithm is if they delete videos off the channel. Take, for example, when you got those copyright strikes. You fucking delete a shitload of fucking videos to the point where nobody could find you anymore. And you had to try to make that up in spades with asking people to like your stuff. Mashed potato water. So fucking delicious.
So, case in point. The other day I'm playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on launch day.
Yeah, very poorly if I might add.
And people said, oh, here's some good examples of shorts that you should do. I couldn't do any of them. All right? I actually had...
You couldn't do any of them because you couldn't make money off of it. Oh, wow. What a shock. Why didn't you make money off of those, Philip?
3 different ideas for shorts. And every single one that I came up with, I swore in the clip. The best one, actually, was me having the metal bird. When you're up in the Sky Islands, there's a metal bird. You stand on it, and you glide off this ledge, and you start flying on it, essentially.
Yeah, so essentially, I get what he's saying. I actually have seen the clip. It's not funny, nor is it entertaining. It's just him acting like a fucking clown. Oh, but I swore in it. Phil, edit the fucking swears. I mean, it's not that hard to do. You can just put in there, oh, bleep. You've done it before. I mean, what the hell is wrong with you? Oh, I couldn't do it because I swore. Dude, just edit it out. Put some little sensors in it. It's fine.
What I didn't realize is that the metal bird is timed and will completely disappear for no good reason after a certain amount of time. It starts blinking and then poof, and then you fall and die.
I thought the game explained to you why that metal bird ran out of time, Phil.
And I was like, well, that's definitely a thing you wouldn't know. It's a beginner's trap. That's a classic case of a beginner's trap.
How is that a beginner's trap, Phil? How is it a beginner's trap? If the game explains to you that, hey, all these items are going to have a time limit, how is that a beginner's trap? The game already explained it to you. My God, he thinks that either anything's a beginner's trap, anything is poorly designed or poorly explained, or he's just very incompetent. I'm leaning towards incompetent.
Why would you have thought that a piece of metal you're gliding on just would disappear from existence? It doesn't make sense. It's just something you need to know. So,
even though the game explained it to you already.
So, as I'm doing it, I'm enjoying myself, and I'm like, wow, look at all this, and all of a sudden it starts blinking. I say, wait a minute, Why is it blinking? Uh-oh. And then it disappears and I go, oh shit.
You're explaining it in false pretenses. You're explaining that, oh, that's what happened. But no, we all know what happened. People have seen the original clip.
As I careen and then turn into a flattened Link pancake. It's really funny. It was probably the best part of the entire run so far of Zelda.
I've seen the chat. Nobody was laughing.
Because it was just a wow, like a moment you wouldn't have predicted. Who would have known it would have happened? And then it happened. It was funny. My reaction's funny.
I was fucking reacting to it with chill. It wasn't funny.
And so, go to do the short, can't make it. Why? Because I yelled shit.
Oh, well, ain't that a surprise, Phil? Censors. They exist. Sorry, I know I had to sound like that, but he's kind of slow, so I had to explain that to him in a slow manner.
And if you mute it, it's literally just muted for a good 5 to 10 seconds as I'm falling, and it sounds terrible.
How does it sound terrible? Shut up. How does that sound terrible? How? How does it sound terrible? I really want to know. How does it sound terrible? People already know what you're going to say, so people already got the idea. But it's just but you're going to say, it's all a matter of opinion, dude. It's all a matter of perspective.
Leave shit in, and now no one will see the short besides a very small amount of viewers of my core audience who already likely have seen the video and already know about this moment.
Then why make a short about it? That's the whole problem. If people already know that the clip exists, why make a short of it?
Or I mute it and it sounds absolutely terrible and it's not funny anymore. So essentially what YouTube is...
Okay, so I'm going to stop you right there. I'll give you an example of people that, or not people, media that they use censors, but they do it in a creative way. Metalocalypse is a great example of it. Anytime they swear, you hear guitars like a little guitar going, essentially like that. I know it's a bad sound, but you get the idea. It's done in a creative, funny way. Phil doesn't know anything about being creative or funny, but he thinks that he does.
Is doing with this censorship is they're ruining content. They are making it so that content that normally would have been funny or honest or wow, here's a honest moment of how to react to something becomes junk.
I will agree, but also disagree. I will agree that censorship is really stupid and they shouldn't have done it. But at the same time, if you do it correctly and do it in a creative way, it could be kind of humorous. But again, you don't know how to be creative. He ends up going on to say that everything's become sterilized, which makes zero sense, and I don't know why he would say it like that. Yet he used the example of Callisto Protocol, saying that the game was too gory, too violent, but they couldn't make any shorts off of it. But yet, he could make an entire playthrough of Callisto Protocol with no worries. So, him saying that, oh, YouTube Shorts, you can't do that, but he can make money off of his own content with Callisto Protocol. Again, it makes zero fucking sense.
They're always like to the extreme. First, when they started with the ads, it was the land of milk and plenty. Everything overpays an insane amount. Give ads to every person on the planet. I don't even care what content you're putting out. Make a video that's racist, sexist, terrorist, and we'll monetize it, and you can make money and make a living on YouTube.
Disagree entirely. Not everybody on YouTube got that privilege of monetizing their own content. That's why YouTube implemented a fucking partnership requirement, which is if you have a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of watch time, then they might give you the monetization. But not everybody that does all that shit that you're describing gets monetized, because there's a lot of shit out there that people can do, and people that they say, the things that they've said and done, it's never monetized. Most of the time, it's taken off the internet.
But then that blows up in their face, and within a few years, the door has to swing the other way to the extreme. Now you can't swear, you can't talk about gender, you can't talk about race, you can't talk about politics, you can't talk about this and this and that. What the fuck?
No, Phil, you can talk about those things. Just, you gotta let them know that, hey, this topic's going to be in the video. This topic's going to be in the video. I did this in the video. As long as you let them know what certain things are in the video, they can monetize it for you. But the problem is that you're sitting there going, oh, you can't talk about all these things. They demonetize it instantly. As I mentioned before, Sir Moist made a video about it. And he's really well informed when it comes to this shit.
So you went from one extreme to the other. How about the happy medium where everyone can meet where reality is? Because that's the problem in life. You can't have it all the way one way or all the way the other way. The reality is that we have to find a medium place to meet and have things that make sense.
I will translate this for you because I do speak a little bit of Pig Roach. Why is it that I can't do this and everyone else can do that? Why is it that we can't have a middle ground where I make money?
What YouTube has done doesn't make sense. You're telling me the only shorts I can put out are these really crappy, boring ones where I can't even say a swear word ever.
Again, be creative with how you censor it. Then you'll be golden.
Like, what the hell is that? You know? And it's weird because this also happens with culture. All right? In culture, you have these time periods where things will swing one way, swing the other way, swing one way. When I started on YouTube...
Oh, welcome back to the past glory days with Dark Side Phil.
You could say whatever the hell you wanted. In fact, it was actually encouraged that you would be extreme and say ridiculous things that were over the top. That's what would get you attention on YouTube.
Here, that's the reason why, though, because if you went the extreme, it brought in a lot of clicks and attention, though. But on the other hand, you're saying that everyone could say whatever the hell they wanted. That's not true because freedom of speech has a statute of limitations. You cannot say a certain thing and expect to not face any consequences for it.
To say something really insulting, to say something really inflammatory. That's the kind of commentary I was doing in my early days on YouTube because that's what got you, noticed.
It got you noticed in the worst possible way. That is the problem with your content. You thought that you could say all this sexist shit as well as racist shit, and you got away with it for the longest time. As soon as that bit you right in the ass, oh, now it's, I can't do this, I can't do that, oh, woe is me, where's my cup, I need money, guys. That's essentially what it became. He ends up talking about how when culture changes, it moves from one to the other, kind of like an open door. I don't know why he would say the culture, but what he was trying to say is society changes and they don't want people to say certain things. Phil, that is how society works. Times change throughout society, and if you can't learn to adapt to it, adapt to the changes implemented upon you, give up.
If I'm playing Zelda and a funny thing happens, I should be able to swear, and I should still be able to make money on the video where I swear. Now, if you don't want to see that kind of content, you should have the ability to filter it out, and that's fine.
Then why are you complaining that you can't make fucking shorts? You just said it yourself. As long as you can filter it out, it'll be fine. But you don't, though. That is the problem. You just said that, oh, when they filter it, it makes it terrible and the joke's not funny anymore. But now it's like, oh, if you can filter it, it's fine. Phil, you have said all that shit that you're saying in your videos, and guess what? They're monetized.
But why are you telling me that I can't be myself, right?
When he said that, oh, why can't I be myself? Phil, YouTube isn't trying to censor or try to get rid of your individuality. They're just trying to put some things into their terms of service. That way, everyone can abide by the same rules. But here's how the whole thing about you being yourself is not a good thing. Because you're always toxic towards your own fans. You constantly complain about money and beg for it every single time. And you want to project all of your insecurities and your shortcomings onto other people. So why does a YouTube allow you to be this way? Yet anyone else can say anything about you, even though it's not even meant to be spiteful. You immediately think that they can't be themselves. Pot is definitely having sex with another kettle right now.
Now, there's a difference between being yourself and being purposefully offensive, correct? And obviously,
which you're clearly offensive all the time.
I don't want to be purposefully offensive either, just to get popular. People do that. They'll go on YouTube and they'll go over the top ridiculous one way or the other to try to get that viewership and to try to get that crazy amount of polarizing attention.
Which you have done. Last night was a clear fucking example of that. When you were talking about Stuttering Craig and you made up bullshit about him and you didn't provide any receipts. Instead, you just wanted to be like, hey, trust me, guys. Craig said all this in an email. Trust me, I know this. I have the emails, but I'm not going to show them to you. But just trust me, bro. That's how I am. But when Craig showed you the emails, or showed everybody else the emails, it shows how ridiculous you are and what great lengths you would take in order to people to believe in you, to take you seriously.
I just want to be real. And you tell me I have to censor myself in order to try to make a living on YouTube. I don't feel that's fair.
Then quit. If you think that this is a job, then quit. Most jobs out there, they will require their employees to change. They have to change and adapt to new rules. You are one of those people that doesn't want to change because of what the rules are telling you. So just quit.
All right? And I know saying that, a lot of people were like, well, what do you think about the people who say fucked up stuff about you? Well, you know what? As long as what they're saying isn't incredibly harmful, they should be able to say it.
Yeah, explain the whole thing about how you want people's content taken down. You gave them false copyright strikes. For someone that says, oh yeah, they have the power to do whatever they want and say whatever they want, just as long as it's not harmful to me. Explain how it's okay for you to get them taken off. All they're doing is just making content with you and having fun with it. Please, explain it, Pig Roach.
You should be able to criticize. You should be able to insult. You should. All right? But not to the point where it gets downright slanderously harmful or so defamatory that you now make someone actually not be able to have a living because you made so many people hate them because you lied about them.
No, Phil, you've done that all on your own. Not us detractors, not Stuttering Craig, not Keemstar, not Review Tech USA. It's you. You're the one that's spreading all this shit out there, and as soon as someone else is covering it and talking about you, immediately you play the victim card.
That's a little different, you understand? But freedom of speech goes both ways. And yeah, people should be able to swear, people should be able to talk about these risque topics if they want, as long as the content is flagged appropriately and the advertisers can choose whether or not they choose to advertise on said content. I do not believe there should be a blanket law on YouTube saying, oh, you swore in the first 30 seconds of your video, you can never make money on that video ever.
I thought it was the first couple of minutes, Phil. Now you're changing it to 30 seconds? Keep your fucking story straight and have them cooperate together, Phil.
What? What? How does that even make sense, right? Or you can literally never have a YouTube short with a swear in it. It'll never be seen by anyone.
As long as you filter it, like you said. But the problem is you don't want to put any effort. For a man that says that you have changed and put effort into your content, it's clear as fucking day. You are not willing to edit anything in. You do not want to edit or put any effort like that. Any creative integrity into your content. Instead, it's always record, stop, kaching, upload. Okay, there we go. You're lazy. That's all you are.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Go. I got the drip going.
Oh, thank God.
I got the drip going. I got the drip going.
Thank you, Meerkat. Thank you, Snort Hogan, for the intro and outro. I can't make this stop. I was going to stop the video here because, my God, my head hurts so much from just hearing him complain about how he can't make money off of YouTube shorts and always making up excuses and lies about the monetization policies. So, as expected, he goes to play video games. First game he played was Tears of the Kingdom, and going on my point that he cannot be creative, here's a really good example about that.
Only use one? Only use one fan. Seriously.
I mean, the design that he has looked interesting, but if someone's telling you to use one fan, then listen to them, Phil.
One singular fan.
You can just tell on his face that he's not having fun with it. I know that I usually cut to the point where I explain something about it, but I let that play out a little bit more because you can tell Phil has no enjoyment out of it. Ronnie Blaze was absolutely fucking correct how he's jaded when it comes to video games.
There's no way this is going to work because I can't activate it now.
Yes, you can. Just try it. Oh, hey, I couldn't activate it. What was that? I kind of wish that they had the actual glider for Breath of the Wild because that would make this a lot easier for him, but he won't do it.
Okay, I give up. I don't care.
You see what I mean? He's not trying anything different or creative. Fuck, I've seen people that made mechs in this game, and it's looking so awesome. I'm so glad that I got Tears of the Kingdom now, so I actually want to try making one of those. But Phil, on the other hand, doesn't want to try anything different or creative. So he just gives up. Why'd you play this game then, Phil?
You see, that's the problem, is like, if I don't do it within like a few minutes of trying, I just spent 25 minutes on that, I just don't care anymore.
Jesus Christ, 25 fucking minutes? Come on, Phil, you could try a little bit harder with that. Granted, I know for a fact you don't like doing it because it's wasting everyone's time, but Phil, you're the king of procrastination and time wasting.
I'm a streamer, I have to make progress, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and waste all my time. Like, it's hilarious online, I'm seeing these crazy contracts. Someone built a mech. Someone built a Trojan horse. Someone built...
Yes, someone did all of that in the game. They're creative. Why are you mad that they're being creative? Me, when I first saw that there was a mech, and I was like, God, really? What the fuck? That's awesome. But you're like, oh, someone built a mech. What the fuck? That's stupid.
Well, that's great. And how many hours did you waste doing that exactly? Right?
Yeah, exactly. God forbid that someone has fun with a game and they're creative with it. For God's sakes, you played Minecraft after shitting on it for so fucking long. And all the shit that you've done was not very creative as well.
Like, seriously, how many fucking hours did you waste doing that superfluous nonsense you don't need to do to play the game?
People having fun playing the game in their own way. Oh, what the fuck? That's stupid. Oh, people speedrunning the game and they're having fun with the speedrun. That's lame. So much for 2023 games, am I right?
And it's great you can do it, but the normal person doesn't have time to sit here like an idiot and fucking spend 40 hours building your mech. So I just want to make progress now, so screw this.
Wow, so if anyone else is creative and they do it, they're just wasting their own time. And that's not enjoyable, nor is it good content. But you wasting time and then bitching and complaining. So fucking meaningful.
I just don't care. I understand what they're going for with the building. Oh, look how creative and ingenuous it is. Yeah, except that normal people don't do that. Normal people want to like make progress in the game and see story elements and do a dungeon. I don't want to fuck around with your building. If I want to do that, again, I'll play Minecraft or something, you know, where it's meaningful to the universe. Here, it's like, I don't want to fucking play a building game. I want to play Zelda.
Phil, if they introduced the whole thing of building, normal people would want to give it a shot as well. Granted, you do have a point that most people would want to explore and progress in the story, but you're not normal people. Normal people will at least give the building mechanics a shot, the crafting a shot. You just don't want to because you just had to find a way to bitch and complain to be contrarian about everything.
I really don't. I just don't want to play a building game.
You did. You played Minecraft.
Interested in Zelda. That's why.
Yeah, no, you're not. You said that if people didn't support your stream by giving you money, you would drop it.
I bought Zelda for. What the fuck is that?
It looks like a character. Go interact with it, Phil.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, this is a YouTube short that I can't do because I said fuck, oh no. It is absolutely bewildering that a man that can go on saying that detractors will always make conspiracy theories about him loves making conspiracy theories about detractors. It's just hypocritical that he can make them all he wants, but if they do it, making like fun little theories like he's an HBO Max show, then it's all just dumb. When we do it, we're having fun with it, but when he does it, he's being malicious and with cruel intent. But the whole thing about advertisements and how he can't make money off of YouTube shorts anymore because he swears, it just shows that Phil is not very good at adapting to the times. He'll never learn how to change himself, make his content better with creative censors, and it's always someone else's fault. Same thing with how he's never going to be creative. If Zelda Tears of the Kingdom proved that, and how he just gives up if there's something creative or something that can be fun with it, it just shows that he can never adapt to anything. Is it a sad thing though? Not really, because he's been doing it all of his life.